Start a bit early today so I can, because we have 3 speakers today. Chia from WebTvAsia, and then we have Adlina from Vanity Cosmetics, and one more is Maverick. Okay, how many of you here first time? Pertama kali? First time. How do you know about this class? Online? Facebook? I need one answer. Bro, how do you know about this class? This program? How do you know about this class? Yeah, you. Friend? Friend, okay. Okay, for your information, this program is free for everyone. We have 15 class per year. It's a free class. Let's just go. Before that, I have one more person. Alex will do some sharing about our upcoming program, Accelerator. Okay, for those who are new, I'll just do like some short introduction. Anything you can just come to me or my colleague. This place, this whole area is called SDCC. SITEC is a council, Selangor IT and E-Commerce Council. This one is a council. And then this place is called Selangor Digital Creative Center. So what do we launched in 2015. So it's almost our 4th year. So there's 4 trusts of SITEC. E-commerce education, which is today. This is part of it, e-commerce education. So we focus on e-commerce education. We have free class, we have paid class, we have very expensive class. So up to you, you can choose. But I recommend you go to the free one first, because if you don't have any knowledge or your knowledge is not strong about e-commerce, you will pay for nothing because you don't understand what we learn from the paid class. Online 100 is our program. These 2 apps 100 online is a bundle program, and SDCC is this place. So in SITEC, we're focusing in 2 programs, e-commerce and startup. Startup is part of internet business also, and e-commerce is the main one. So education, we have e-commerce class, master class, and virtual learning academy. I have one auntie asking me just now, this is her 2nd class, and then he missed like the first 5 class. So how do she actually watch the previous one? You can go to sitecacademy.com. Inside there, I'll upload the video. You see, we have a recording and pictures and slide. So I'll upload in our sitecacademy.com website. Or you can just go to our YouTube. Okay? Initiative Online 100, Apps 100 Awards. We are also here Alibaba Taobao University official training partner. Okay? And then some of the big events. Startups, this year we'll focus on IR 4.0, Artificial Intelligence, Internet of Things. Initiatives, so we have Accelerator Program, Startup Connect. This one my colleague Alex will explain to you. Achievement, okay, skip this. I'll skip this as well. Okay, this one I'll skip. This is our schedule, okay? You can take the flyers in front at the counter. So we are here, this is our 6th class of the year. So next week we have BM. So basically I divided into 3 modules. 101, 201, 301. So 101 is more on introduction to e-commerce. What is marketplace, what is payment gateway, what is logistics, how do you use all of them. Okay, and then now we are in the content part. But you must need to have a product. So that is only relevant to you, where you want to sell. This part is actually where you want to sell and how you send your products to your customer. This part is how you want to create an image, how you want to communicate with your customer in the online world. And then this part is promotion, social media marketing, Facebook, Google marketing, the important one. So this class is only 2 hours. It's actually start at 2 to 4. But if I put 2, then you will come at 2 then we'll start at 2:30. So that's why I put 1:30, sorry. For those who come early, sorry. Okay. Other than that, we are a training center for Alibaba. And then this is SITEC Academy. Online 100 and Apps 100 is a program where we help you to sell online. For those who have a product, haven't sent online yet, We will onboard you to our 4 main marketplace, our members, Lazada, Shopee, 11th Street, and also Yobeli. So it's free program. So from there, after you have a product, you recreate your account there. When you start selling, then we create one more apps for you. This apps is a marketplace based apps, but it's only your product inside the apps. Okay, so Android and iOS for both. So over here we have a co-working space. Our co-working space is the cheapest in the world. It's only 100 ringgit per month per person. But we are not open Saturday and Sunday. Our office hour basically 8 to 6. And then we have a photo booth, photo studio. This is free. This photo studio is free. If you have product, you just book your slot in our website, sitec.com.my, go to photo booth. Then you can shoot your photo. Camera we will provide you. First time you come, we will teach you how to do it. Then after that, if you come again, then you have to do it yourself. You can borrow your camera from us. Editing, you have to do it yourself. Okay, that's a Maker Studio. Events, every year we have a top e-commerce merchant awards. This was last year. Our champion, this is not for Selangor only, for whole Malaysia. First champion is Gamer Mall, selling games, credit, top-ups. They are based in Lumut, Perak. Hermo is in JB. Damakan is in KL. Damakan is food. This one is selling bus ticket, event ticket. Ideal Tech is selling computer. Kalau Kesha fashion, SITEC also fashion. Other Spring is I think some pendant kind of thing. And then Gundam. If you see from here, Gundam is a toy, right? It's a robot toy. But why he is in the top 10? Because for me, I think because he's the only one selling this in the online. He's the famous one. So if people are looking for collection hobbies, products, then will go to this website. So, okay. Other than that, it's just our conference. This program, most of them are free. 90% I can say is free. So you just like our Facebook. Then from there you can get a lot of perks and upcoming events. Okay, thank you. Anything you can ask me. You can ask my colleague. Now, Alex, come. Your session.
Hello. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm sure all of you are very excited for the lineup later, so I'm not going to take a lot of your time. Just maybe 5 minutes to go through a startup initiative that we have in SITEC here. I mean, Salman has actually did a very brief talk about it, but what today I want to highlight is actually more on the Selangor Accelerator program. We have so many different programs for the startup, but what I want to highlight is SAP itself. So basically, why highlighting SAP to all of you? Can I see a show of hands? How many of you are running your own online store or online business or e-commerce site? Already have a platform running already? How many of you guys? Okay, awesome, excellent. So this program is not just for startup, maybe IoT or blockchain, or you talk about the most emerging or new technology, not really. We also open it to all e-commerce players, and so merchants. If you are e-commerce online business itself, we actually open to that. So basically, SAP is all about nurturing, growing, and boosting startup to be investor ready, conversion driven, and also potentially to help all this startup in the program itself to grow exponentially and also scale to other regions itself. This is not our first year, this is our second year, because last year we are pretty successful with we have managed to accelerate 30 startups to, we brought them to China itself, Alibaba and also JD, a few of the places to mention of it. So besides that, part of this program, we will only select actually the top 20 this year. Last year we had about top 30 itself. So, but we realized that we want to be more laser focused to each startup founders itself. So this program, we basically need startup founders to commit actually two startup founders basically, or one founder and also another co-founder to the 4-month program itself. So this is the perks for top 20, basically a fully funded and local and also overseas field trips. We have mentoring sessions 1-to-1, free credits from AWS, Amazon Web Services, Exabyte. All these are our partners itself. You may see from here. So next one will be the top 10, where we will have a fully funded overseas trip. Last year we brought them to China. This year most likely Indonesia. So if you're looking to expand to that region, why not join us? Secondly, we have a free booth in Smart City and all that. And top 5 you can see is we provide them cash prize and provide the founders cash prize and also unparalleled media exposure itself. So all of these are part of the program. So next, you might be asking, are you qualified to join or not? Basically, we have 3 criteria only. Since this whole program is fully funded by the state government, so we are pretty much free. Everything is free. It's not like any other accelerators out there which actually take something, equity or anything. But 3 criteria mainly is you need to not when your startup or e-commerce have not went through a pre-A series, less than 3 years. Secondly, you need to have show market traction, meaning on the quantitative evidence, or maybe might not sales or revenue, but maybe in terms of user acquisition, user download, sign-ups and all that. Also, we accept that. Lastly is basically you need to have an MVP or beta version ready already. It's not just idea stage. We are looking to accelerate startups, not at the ideation stage, right? Okay, so this is pretty much every single thing in terms of from mentoring session to the pitching clinics to everything that we arrange for you is worth 40,000 per startup. So besides that, we don't take anything from every one of you lah. So it's basically fully funded by the state government itself, Selangor state government itself. So we are actually open. Our registration has been open since 1st of March. So it'll be closing very soon, actually in 2 weeks time. So I think some of you here are quite familiar faces lah, who have actually talked to me or my colleague already. So our booth is right behind that. Later on you can find out more information there. Alright? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks Alex. Wow, very fast huh? Okay, good. So without further...
Hello everyone. Okay, so you guys know about content management? Know already, yeah? So we don't need to continue the class then. Okay, so what's content management? Anyone can just give me an answer if you say you know about content management.
It's a program code or something.
Okay, alright. Okay, cool. So program code. Any other answers? What is content management? No answer, huh? So you guys say you know. Oh my god. Alright, so today's session, content management, program code, not wrong. So content management is a very broad term. So you have like, say in e-commerce, what is content management? In social media, what is content management? Right? So today we're going to talk about content management in terms of today digital world. Alright, so anyone of you heard of WebTvAsia before? Oh, okay, lucky. And of course, this is my colleague. Of course, you know about WebTvAsia, yeah? So for those that you don't know, we have like a video to introduce what is WebTvAsia, what our company does. Just next. Okay, take a look. Okay, can anyone tell me what our company does? Yeah? Huh? Event. Okay, not wrong. What else? Organizer. What else? Only one people watching, is it, just now? Relax everyone. So, our company does a lot of things, but if you can see from here, our base is doing contents. Yeah, we started from like producing contents online on digital media, and then in Malaysia, we work with a lot of like creators to create contents. Over the 10 different countries, we have a total of 3,000 channels, generating over like 22 billion subscribers and views a month. Yeah, so that is what we do, so creating contents. That's why I think they invited us today to talk about it. So when you have contents, what you can do, this is what we're going to talk about. So what is content? Just now you see videos, right? What else? What is content that you know? Someone mentioned about content management. Today we're going to talk about it. You need to have a very clear idea. Content management is not just one thing. Content management being break into content first, then only you can do the management part of it. Alright? So content, what is content? So content is something that you, as a brand, you want to deliver it to your audience. You want to deliver to your customers the information, the experience that you want to give it to them. Alright? So that's the content part of things. For example, if you're doing e-commerce, you want to sell things. Other than you post a picture of your product, right? You can do something different. Like for example, you do a quiz. You do like, just like some psychological question. Alright? And then, or something that just talk about comparison or past. All this might not be related to your product, but it is something that an experience or information that you want to share with your community. That is what called content as well. Alright? So then, content got different form, right? You guys know. They're like, definitely words are also considered content. Then sound, music, videos, and we do events if you see that. Why? Because when you have events, then you can document it into a content, right? Yeah, so that's basically what different form of contents that you have. And in today's world, once you have the content, where you want to distribute it? Once you have the content, you can distribute it through what? Traditionally, TV, right? Print media. That is the medium. TV, print media, then like, or anything that you want to go on online, digital wise of things. But today we will focus on these two, because you guys are here to learn about what? E-commerce, right? Anything that is digital wise. Digital, so we're involved in today's world. You guys can't run away from social media. You guys can't run away from like anything that is digital wise. So that's what our company does. Yeah? Okay? Okay. Can Auntie take picture? Okay. Alright. So what is content management then? Content, you already know is content, right? So management is where it comes in as there is a processes or you use of technologies in order to do your collection, managing, distribution of your content. Yeah, this is what we talk about in this context. Some people say, oh, content management is about coding. Yeah, you come up with like a system where you can actually do content management. That is not wrong. But in terms of e-commerce, this is what we talk about, like in digital world. So you have medium. So for example, your technology is what? Facebook. They created that. That's a platform. So you can distribute, you can collect, manage, then distribute your content. Alright? So this is what we're going to talk about content management. So you guys get it? Okay, I get it correct. Okay, now let's take a look at an example. We start with content-wise. So content, we say we have text, we have audio, we have video, right? So take an example. This is in terms of text form. Anyone here know what is ALS? Okay, well, one. Alright, so take a look. Then we'll talk about what is ALS. It's a specific disease that causes the death, blah, 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 and all those, right? So when you read the words, you understand it, right? But if it is in photos, is it clearer to you guys? Yes. Why? Because you have visual. Then you know like, okay, what is ALS, what causes which part of the body. Yeah, so you get a better view in terms of that. Okay? So, any one of you here then know about Ice Bucket Challenge? Got enough? Raise your hand if you don't. There you go. So a lot of you all know about it. This is one of the global viral content. That caused what our politicians, then our celebrities, they all started this. But this is also to raise fund for ALS. Yeah. So through videos, this is like a better form because videos create what? Visual, audio, text, everything in it. There's videos because like this is the best content form where they can actually see what is it about, and it can create a lot of shares compared to like just text or photos. So if you want to do your commerce later, what content you want to put, there are several forms, but you can use combination. But the best one, what we're going to talk about, is like in terms of video contents. Yeah, basically you guys know about this, yeah. So I skip this because we got a lot of information today for you all. So any business today, you guys are here to learn about e-commerce. But if you're doing any other businesses right now, no matter it's services, no matter anything, you need to create content. Right? We don't talk about e-commerce, got a lot of things. You want to sell products, you want to sell courses, you want to sell services. Yeah, but you have to do content. Why? Okay, so share you guys a little bit of story. Yeah? The day I went to YouTube, then they have this big conference. So there is this VC company, Sequoia. Yeah, biggest VC company, one of the biggest in the world. So what happened is like they started to invest in content company right now. Because they invested in a lot of previous products company, technology company. So they have a lot of products, right? Now they face a problem. When you have products, how you want to get the products to be noticeable? Because for the past 10 years, people are producing products, selling products and all. But right now, there are so many products. How are you going to get the attention? So they changed into investing in content company. Why? Because when you have content, people will focus the attention in it. Once you get the audience attention, then you get the traffic. That's when the conversion happens. So other than you have a product, content is very important. Yeah. If not, then basically you tell people how good it is, it's not going to get. So content management consists of these two things. Content strategy, that means what, how you're going to do. Okay, what and how. So what is it about? What strategy? You want to use videos, you want to use pictures, or you want to just use text? And how are you going to market it? Yeah, this is what we're going to talk, and this is what we're going to share with you guys today. Then, okay, so just now I already mentioned, right? So if in terms of marketing, you have content, then you can connect with your audience because they watch whatever you are doing already, right? So once you have that, you can engage with them. That is where they build your brand, your loyalty. Yeah. So you have them to follow you because they want to see what you're going to give them next, and then it will be able to convert them easily. That is where the sales comes in. Later I will show you a little bit of example how the rest of e-commerce does things. And today there's no way that you're going to run away from social media. Okay? Because of today, and it's easier for you guys to do things. Because you don't need to go out there, do offline event a lot of things to do, but you can do something online easily to get attention. Yeah? So we have to focus on that. So a little bit of facts for you guys. Am I talking too fast? No, okay. Well, I got a lot of slides to say, okay. So for this one, this is a little bit of facts. You have content marketing and digital and content marketing. This is what they do as a research. Around 70% of people are already focusing on content right now. Because the same problem as Koya face. You have products, there is no traffic to that. How to get the attention. So whatever content marketing that you guys are going to use is going to generate about 6 times higher of traffic to it. And then in terms of the market right now, this is the survey. Previously, I came to SITEC to talk about influencer marketing because that is what our company has as well. We have content, then we have influencers, right? So influencer marketing and content marketing, do you guys see? 57% are focusing on content marketing. That is what company are looking into right now. And for influencer marketing, do you guys think influencer marketing has anything to relate to content? Good. Yes, right? Why? Because yeah, they influence the decision, but how they influence? They post pictures. They produce reviews of the videos, right? That is content. But through influencer marketing, then you can get a wider reach of audience through their contents. So the searches for this increase quite a lot. And out of your e-commerce, let's say you want to sell a product, this is the fact itself. Online customer acquisition method, the one that get influenced the most is through influencer marketing. Yeah. So their content, imagine you got 100 people share about one of your product. The reach is higher than you just use your own platform to distribute it, right? Yeah, so that is the way of content. The rest, you can do it through yourself. Yeah, so that's that. And then the time spent in terms of Malaysia, yeah, this is just Malaysia itself. Average daily spent 2 hours already on social media. But what's interesting here, see, in terms of content, what Malaysian does when they are on their mobile and all, 98% watch videos online. Okay? Same thing, when you scroll Facebook, just tell me, Insta story, someone nodding the head already. What you tap to look at what? Insta stories, videos. Facebook, when you scroll, what makes you stop? Videos. Yeah, so that is something that you have to get into your head today, yeah? So, same thing, most active social media platforms in Malaysia. The top few are there. YouTube, number 1. This is not by us, we don't create this, this is fact by itself. WhatsApp, then Facebook, Instagram. There you go. And the first one is YouTube, which is a video platform content. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to show you today. And then, why video is most engaging? Why video? Huh? Come again? Our consists of picture, text, and all. Just now I mentioned about it, right? Correct. And do you know social media videos will get 12 times more traffic with combination of your text, your photos? Same thing. Even right now, you say, I don't believe it, go ask Facebook lah. They don't tell you the algorithm. But right now, any of the traffic they're pushing through is to live videos and then to videos itself. Yeah, because they want to fight who? YouTube. So that's where, so if you don't do videos yet, then you can start to pay attention and start making videos today. And we will share with you a little bit. You say, I cannot do videos lah, not like what your company does and all, but there are tips for you to actually do that. So don't worry, yeah? So, and videos, the most brilliant part of it is not hard sell. It is soft selling. If you want to do an e-commerce, right, you put a picture of the product, like that. If you want to sell things you want to sell things today that I don't want to buy. Like that. But through videos, what you can do, tutorials, some tips, and it is something that is very subtle. People want to know what is the usage of the product. Then people will be like, okay, so this is something I feel it is useful and solve my problem. Then people will make the decision whether they want to buy. So that is something very different. Okay, so this one you know why people use. Okay, and then, as I mentioned a lot of it, videos will increase engagement. So this is an example I want to show you. This company, Swap Up, so they work with us in Taiwan, in Indonesia, and Malaysia as well. Okay, so just an example. So this is our content creator. They work with us and say, hey, I want people to download my app, but I don't know how to get to them. Because downloading, I ask people to download, the download is very slow. So we say, okay, why not we create something for you? So we get this person to do like videos to show like how to use the whole thing. This is an app where you can switch your product. From like old product that you want to use, then you swap what people until like a higher value product. So he go through the whole journey, he document himself. For the picture that just posts up, he get 10K likes immediately. And the day itself, the app crashed within 4 hours. Yeah. Because people see how is it like. And they tap into videos and influencer marketing at the same time. They say they couldn't do that if they just post it on their own platform. Which is correct. If they don't have content and all. So increase like a lot of engagement other than that, and they are very happy. So the other thing that you have content and in terms of videos, you can show your personality. So let's say you are something that you want to touch people. A lot of things that you actually share with your audience is very inspirational. So they know that your brand is inspiring. Yeah. So if you share a lot of things that is very funny wise, you get a different audience. And they want something that is very lighter thing. Every day they will actually like come and listen. See what you actually have for them. Do you guys know MGag? No, right? This is one of like the best content platform in Malaysia itself. So their target is very clear. It's something that is quirky, funny, So anything that the brand asks them to actually promote, they have their own way. That's their personality. So you don't need to worry about how and all. You start to build it, and then you can showcase your products better by how? Video explanation. For example, so for this one, sorry, it is in Mandarin, but I'll explain it a little bit. So they want to sell this through e-commerce, Espresso Plus. It's a 3 minutes where you can change your hair color. Then you can protect your hair as well. Okay, so they have some text over there, how much it is. But with videos, people will understand better, because if you have text, people cannot imagine how is the 3 minutes you can change my hair color, right? Yeah, so they have something that is very simple, no need to be very hard, just a product video. Yeah, so at least you can see how you're going to do it. Yeah, other than picture, it's very hard. There you go. Simple one, yeah? Okay, so do you think the girl is pretty? Pretty, yeah? Okay, I thought some of them would say no. Because she's not influencer, she's just someone working in the company. This is one of our partner, yeah. So just that, some simple product video, then you can actually explain better. People will be, then it will create. If that is something that people want and so easy to use, no matter how hard you explain in words, it will not help compared to videos. And then you can create retention. Every day, people will want to know what you're going to share with them, then they will come into your page, they will come into your website. Yeah, and that is when the traffic comes in, you can convert them into sales. Okay, cool? Alright. Sharing comparison again, Anyone know this girl? No? Yes, Don't know. Okay. Okay, so a little bit controversial. This is Leng Yan. So she's a model, actress, a lot of things. Yeah, influencer, basically 3 million fans on Facebook itself. So Leng Yan, just comparison, she has so many fans. A picture post, she talked about how her feeling was, and blah 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 blah. Only 1.9k people like about it. Then only 49 shares about it. Okay. Simple video of she playing piano, talking nonsense. Yeah, just video itself, 37k likes. How many shares? I don't know. 6.3k shares, 41.1k comments. See that? That is the algorithm of Facebook as well. Like when people push towards videos, she's doing a live video over there. So that is a simple comparison. The time of these two posts is not far away. Yeah. But videos get the most traffic. The platform is helping you guys. So she is like the best way that people use her to actually sell products, because she's very authentic. She just use it, but how to use the whole thing, then she have the code, where's the link, blah, 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 everything. Then comments got 3.4k. You say, comments is not sales yet, ma. You will say things like that, A lot of people say, but once people have comment, you can do whatever you will learn later on in other classes, retargeting, Facebook retargeting, the traffic, that your audience, once they engage, they have attention and they have interest in your brand. So that is where you can use later on. But when you want to start, you have nothing. You have to start with content. If not, no one wants to buy your products, that you know who you are. This is another company. They are all young. So this owner is very interesting. He almost failed his business, almost bankrupt, selling cosmetic. So he's not young, 40 over years old. So he was like, how are you going to turn over? Because he used traditional distribution channel, then he used what is it called? So they have a lot of distributors to run for it. Someone ran away with his money. After that he said, I don't want all these things, so I'm going to do it by myself. How? Then I want people to see my products. He used 50 over influencers to create content because he cannot do it by himself. It's slow. So all the content blast on social media about this product, suddenly the sales increase. People want to know, people follow my content, hey, where you get this, where you get that, or people start to share and all. That saved his business. Yeah, just by content. Yeah? So content leads to engagement. You guys agree, so far, while we talk about it? Okay, cool. So how do you start? How do you start? So quiet on this crowd. Huh? Someone so quiet. So how do you start? This is the cycle. Those who ever want to take pictures. So this is the cycle. We'll start with the very first, create. Definitely from creation. You don't create content, you have nothing. Alright? Cool? Okay. So start from creation of content. Creation of content, there are a lot of things. You can have picture first if you don't comfortable doing videos. So pictures, change a little bit, yeah? Not just normal pictures. You can have GIF, something that move a little bit. Yeah, that will get people attention in terms of that. Then videos, you can run contests. Yeah, quiz. But the most important thing, whatever that you're going to post later on, guys, have a call to action. Alright? So the call to action, not necessarily buy my things, buy my things, buy my things. Remember, the idea here is to get more attention. Soft sell it later. You can put your link there, but the call to action, what we talk about, is to tag a friend that who might be interested in this. Yeah. So you want more people to see, ma. So you ask them, tag a friend who needed this information. See? And the post that you want to give people is not always about your products, it's about some information. Yeah, so a combination. Later we will give you a tips how you can actually run that. So this call to action is very important. Then once a lot of people see it, it's good. So this is an example of Shopee. They run a quiz. This is one way that I want to give you guys a tips that is very helpful for your e-commerce. Remember just now the 3 minutes videos that the company does? So it is an e-commerce company, exactly. They sell a lot of like products, beauty products, then food as well. What they do on their social media is very interesting. Other than they do the normal posts, video posts, they have this psychological test. They always do that. It's something very simple. You can just create, you go download from other website and all and share with your audience. Why is it so good? Once you have this, right, they will ask, okay, so this is psychology. It's like, oh, see how attractive you are. Which picture you choose would rank how attractive you are. So if you want to know how, then you comment on below. Okay? Comment on below. How many comments? 1.9k comments. Okay. That's when people comment, then they will come into your inbox, right? Then you will send them the answer of that. After that, can you start sharing your product with them? There you go. Yeah. So this content is not about the product at all, yeah? But it gets the attention of the audience. People kepo ma, want to know what is it about and stuff like that, right? So that's where people come in, engage. There you go. Then you'll get their attention, start selling to them. It's very different from what you know about the content out there right nowadays. Whenever we share with people, people don't get it. Yeah, but this is some proof that you guys can actually know. Then you decide whether you want to boost your post. Yeah, you don't simply, so before that, once you have engagement already, then you know who to target, that only you go and boost. Or you want just organic, yeah, organically target, grow your fans. This you choose later on. Then, after that, once you choose, you have a lot of content, then only you can analyze. What type of the contents are the ones that get your attention of your audience? So is it videos? Is it psychological tests? Yeah, is it pictures? Is it infographic? From there, then you have to replicate it. You know which one is the one that have the most, then you do it. Then you examine the analytics. This is from YouTube, but you have a lot from Facebook-wise, or you can actually go into their business manager area, you can see the analytics. Alright? So this one is once you done it, in different platforms, they show you where the traffic came from. Is it like from social media? Is it from your website? Yeah. So all these, you can then communicate, and once you have the content, you can share in a community. You know, we have a lot of groups, right? In Chinese, we have 吹水站啦, then you have this lah, that. So different community, they have different groups. Once you have your content, you can just slot it in, like just subtly go in, alright? So they will see. So those target audience will then, if they're interested, then they will actually come to you. Yeah. So that is where then you can communicate for more things. Monitor your comments. This is very important. Once people engage you, they will write something, right? That is when you run business, whether e-commerce or any business, you have to monitor it. You have to communicate with your audience. So reply to certain comments in it. Yeah, if someone hates you, you see Grab, if you go read their comment, wow, a lot of haters as well. So how they manage it, they will still reply, but in a very polite way, right? So all this, you need to do all these things, why? Why? Connect with them. Thank you, auntie. Auntie listening. Okay, so connect with them. Definitely. So once you connect, then you have what? You get their attention. People know, hey, there is someone that actually replying me. I can trust this brand. So anything they post later, there will be someone that attend to me. That is where you build your brand loyalty. You build your community. When you want to sell, this is what you need to do. So you do that, it's like, okay, I don't care. Cannot. No way like that. Even all our creators, they are so big, million fans, and they will still reply the fans' comment. But they choose. Once they reply, imagine someone that you follow for so long, they reply your comment, you happy or not? It's like someone that you suddenly get their message. That feeling is different. Then you get a loyal fans from there. Okay? So at the end, same thing. What we mentioned is, earlier on, you analyze the data. Those that did well, you repeat. Not every day lah. You repeat. We will teach you how. So you repeat the similar things to get their attention again. Alright? Something different. So how you manage your content then? This is a simpler way, because we mentioned about a lot of things. We have text. We have what? Photos, right? We have videos. And we keep talking about videos is the most important thing that you have to do. Alright? So it's like, okay, Chia, how I do so many things? I need text, I need this, I need that, a lot of things, right? So don't worry. Anything that you want to do, this is a tips for you. You start with a long form video. Like how? Like a 5 minutes video, you start with that. Then from video, you can do a lot of wonders content from there already. You can streamline down. So out from the video itself, you can then use the video content to create article. It's the same thing. Whatever that you talk in the video, you convert them into text, into blogs. Then your website, you have blogs already, right? Then you can, from the video, you can cut into 1 minute, less than 1 minute. Then can you post on Insta story? Can, right? Yeah, then you have another content. You can, from the video, you can cut a picture out from there. Create a meme. Create a quotes. Then you have picture content. Alright? And then you can do collage, like 4 different pictures together. GIF you can create from there. Because it's video GIF is out from video, yeah guys? So you can create that. So you have another type of content. Just from one big piece, you can go down to everything. Then you distribute on social media. Why you need to do this? Because different platforms play differently. You cannot put pictures on YouTube, right? Yeah. But you can put like a lot of like posts, Insta story on like what? Instagram, right? So there are a few ways in order to do that. So if you want to get different audience from different platforms, this is a strategy for you. So you can tap into YouTube as well. Alright? So then this is an example. Wait. Go so far. This is an example. Anyone knows him? Gary Vee? Yes, right? Yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay, so this is how he does. He is a content company, similar like us. So he create contents, the company, right? And entertainment. So exact same strategy. He create a long form. Then from that long form is all on YouTube. Then what he did, he actually cut out like have a meme or what on Instagram, then a quotes on Instagram, then he have podcasts. All the video content that you have, the audio you can plug it out and come out as an audio content. Those people driving, they want to listen, they will go to podcasts. Yeah? So you have blogs, that's where all the writing articles. Some people are very visual, they want to read, they like to read. Same piece of content, you can go into different type. LinkedIn and all the different platforms. Yeah? So that's that. So you don't need to worry, I need to create so many things. No, you just count in one thing. From there you churn. Okay? Nike, similar. See? On Instagram, they have a lot of photos that cut out from a video itself. Okay, they put there. Then they have like on Facebook, they have like a short form video. On YouTube, they have a longer form video. Yeah, similar things. Then you have a lot of content in order for you to do. So this is what you need to have. So you say it's very hard for you to create a video idea, right? This is something that is simple for you. See, for e-commerce, what you can do, how to use these tutorials, like just now that one, how to use the products, right? About services. Let's say you want to buy essence, like all those aromatic essence and all. Then you can teach people what is the usage about it. Like if you can't sleep, which type of essence you need to use, what's the ingredient inside. All these are something very subtle, but it's useful information for audience. Yeah. Then product reviews. This you can get your customer to do, get your customer to come back or give a product reviews, or you guys can have your own staff to do that. Yeah, just review. Someone's smiling already. Easy, I go back and do. Okay, so tips and tricks. Yeah, what are the tips? So this is something that is like, okay, so this thing, let's say you have a comb. What tricks to use this? Like you can smoothen your hair, stuff like that. So tips and tricks, you have to think a little bit in terms of that. But the top 10 is something that is easy. You can do top 10, you can do top 5. So it's like the top 5 usage of a lemon. I don't know, whatever you sell. So a top 5 usage of a lemon. Then if you want to sell lemon, you're selling fruits. Then you do something like this. Then people want to know what is it about, then people will follow. So these are that you can do. The following part is a little bit challenging, but once you do it later on, it will be better. So you can do talk show. You invite experts from your industry of your product and talk about it. Yeah, no need to do it on your own. Talk show, invite people to talk about it. Or you can curate the content. Let's say you see from your competitors or like others in the industry, similar industry, you can take their content, let's say 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and then talk about it. This is content curation. Then it's not hard. So you have something to talk about. Then influencer collaboration, this is the easy one. If you have money, use this. So you don't need to think so much. Pay them money, they do for you. So you collaborate with them, straight away you have a lot of contents. Yeah? Then IP series, this is something for production company. If you involve in production company, they are a company that does that. There's this company that we work with, they ask us to create a series. So they have a continuous, every single week they have an episode. They talk about like just, it's a storyline of like a love story, but they have products implanted in it. Yeah, even a property company, we work with them, like Sansuria. Yeah, so to create what? A storyline about the property, anything that happened in the property itself. Yeah, these are something that is more higher production. And then if you want to do inspirational and comedy related content is always the best to get attention. Yeah, if you don't believe, you just check what are the contents that you look at. Sure, confirm, the first one is something that is funny. Second one, something that is touching. Yeah, it's always like that. Yeah. So you put yourself in the shoes. You are the audience, what you want to look at from your brand. That is the very beginning stage, how you're going to create. Once you have the content, then how are you going to optimize it? So this is optimize. So wait for me to say optimize it. So optimize means what? How you want to improve the traffic to that content. Yeah, what are the tips that you can actually look into? Okay? So, which social media best used for what? Okay? So for Instagram, definitely it's a simple post, nice picture. Then short form, Insta story. Yeah. So just a quick one, just that 1 second, because the attention span on Instagram is very little. Yeah. Anything they do fashion related, Instagram is very good. Food related, Instagram is very good. And the target audience is very young, yeah? Any one of you use Instagram? Okay, just turn around, you see the different age group lah. Okay, Instagram, yeah? Facebook, Facebook is better than Instagram because they can do anything on Facebook. See, you can have video, post, text, anything. And the target group that you are working on is got money punya target group lah. It's higher age. Yeah, so that is the Facebook, and Facebook can do a lot of things. You have algorithm behind. You can actually target the audience that you have, that you want. Once you have the content, what we talk about traffic, right? So you have engagement. Engagement, you can target them specifically. Those that engage on your page, then you sell to them because they already have interest on you. Facebook is very good. For YouTube, you have full videos. YouTube do what? Oh, cannot sell things lah, cannot do what? You can draw traffic because that is for brand building. Long form. So under there you have description also, where you can put your website. People want to find out more information, people will go to that. Yeah? Because there are certain people just watch YouTube. Now certain people will be on social media, but social media is still the best for Malaysia itself. So to display your content, these are how you're going to optimize it. Yeah? On Instagram, use portrait. Okay? You see the comparison yourself. So square is what previously people talk about. Wow, Instagram is all square picture, right? But right now, portrait. Why? Anyone can answer me why? No? Anyone? No. Okay, you see how bigger space that the portrait take up. Got yeah? So compared to the square one, so when you scroll, suddenly it take up a whole full screen. Or will you stop? Yes. So that is the thing that you want to post something, pictures related portrait on Instagram. Okay? And then, this is another comparison. See how a full screen straight away will get your attention easily. For Facebook, to optimize it, the result, if you want to push video contents, again we're back to video contents, yeah? Because that is what you want to actually focus on. So square video is what people use on Instagram. Right? So right now they say, oh, your Instagram that you put on Facebook, square video, similar. So on this one, you have a square video will take up better space compared to YouTube form of videos. That means the horizontal TV videos. Okay? You see a comparison, yeah? So you get a better engagement in terms of that. See? So this is something that people post on YouTube. It's a horizontal full screen. Okay? But compared to just like a well, the square foot, the landscape, yeah. So for the square one, on this one, you see how it take up a better space. When you scroll, same thing. Anything that take up more space will get a better attention. So this is the thing that you have to, now you know, so don't tell other people, you use it on your own. Okay? So title and subtitle. So on title and subtitle, what we talk about is not the description itself, yeah? So you see, where does it go? Sorry, 85% of it, of the video that you scroll on Facebook, you watch it with sound or without sound. With sound is when you go back home, you turn it on sound, yeah? If you want to kepo during your working hours, you watch it with sound or without sound? Without sound, exactly. So if without sound, then the title is very important. Remember we say video, any content that have like text, audio, or will have a better view. So same thing on this one. Videos without subtitle, when you just watch, then we will just go through, you don't know what is it about, your attention cannot focus already. Then you scroll to the next one, right? So the next video, let's say they have a lot of things. When you watch, you have subtitle in it. No need to turn on sound. On MRT, you can read. Then you will stop and at least continue the video. That's where the attention, if you really like it, then you turn on the sound. This is where, when you scroll, then you see anything related to that, that's where how you stop. Yeah. Same thing, you did the same thing, audience will do the same thing. Okay? Thumbnail. If you want to focus on YouTube, yeah? On thumbnail itself, you have a thumbnail picture. You don't just simply post video without thinking much, cannot one. So, why? Because when people search, thumbnail is what attract people attention also. So take a look. Anything that is very contrast-ish, I just do a comparison. This is Proton. Okay? Take a look. You think, okay or not? They are thumbnail picture. Okay or not? Okay? No one. No one. No, right? Okay, why no? Why? Because it's Proton. Is it? Not necessary. Why not? You do simple comparison, not because of the brand, guys. Just not because of the brand. BMW and Proton thumbnail. Which one get your attention? BMW. Why? They have their brand put up there. Okay? Then their picture. See, each of them is selected. At least contrast a little bit. Yeah? Yeah, so that is how you have tons of content. The whole world is creating content. How are you going to stand out? Yeah. When people come in, you want people to stay. Then you can convert. That's how you do. Alright? And then include text. Thumbnail picture, we're still in thumbnail, yeah? So let's say you just have a boring picture, you cannot do contrast, nothing. Can you do something like this? Just put, at least people know what is this video going to talk about. Yeah? No need to be super handsome, nothing, no need to be fancy like BMW, no need. But at least there's something in it. Yeah? Text, example, like this. Okay? Cool? Okay? Alright? Then, description. So audience management, yeah? Description. Have a very good caption or description. I show you an example in terms of this. This picture. Okay? Picture is nice. People will stop on it. Okay? People will pause and stop. But once you get people attention to stop, information to them, yes. So in here, people will put what? Some fashion house, match design, concrete, design by who? That's it. Okay? So people attention being taken on the picture. Next one. This one. The picture get people to stop already. Okay? But in the description, they talk about something even more. Alright? So once you work on a good content, you have nice picture, don't let go the description. Yeah. So you have to at least still talk about something. And remember what I talk about. Once you have words content, what is the call to action you need to do? Tag a friend. Yes. Thank you very much. So the call to action include in it, tag a friend. Ask them to comment what they think about the picture. So more people will see. Then at the same time, you get engagement. Again, I repeat a lot of time. Engagement, traffic, conversion. Okay? Cool, huh? So this is an example for you. Why the slides like that? Example is like the number of posts that have the user tag. More people will see. Call to action. So you get people more. So you don't just do simply post. So you want more people to know, even they are not your customer there. Hashtags. This one is simple. I think every one of you know about it. You need to have hashtag. But what is the reason you need to have hashtag? Search. Yeah, someone mentioned about it. Searchability. Okay? So, if you are new in your business, you want to increase the searchability of your product. Right? So, how are you going to use that? Not create only a special hashtag on yourself. Why people use hashtag? Okay? So, you want people to notice on you. And how they do that? See, for example, this is Landau store. Landau store, I don't know what store is it. Just a store like Landau store, he sells sneakers, okay? So Nike. So he posts a picture, then he has a hashtag on it. So got others like his own hashtag and all. But he include also something that a lot of people will go and search about it. Like just do it. Okay, so when people search just do it, they will see the picture. If your picture is nice at the same time, it will catch attention and people will click into it. Yeah? So for new business, you need to leverage on other people's hashtag in order to get more people search about you. People will search about it and people will get notice about you. Alright? And this is a very important one. Be consistent. What do I mean by be consistent? When you want to post content on your social media to get attention, do you post it as if you like it? You feel, no, timing, right? So you have that. But people say what timing? Is it 12 o'clock the best, 9 o'clock the best, right? Everyone want to think of the algorithm like that, right? Don't go and crack your head. The meaning of be consistent is like this. You want to create people in their mind that your audience know at this time you will post something. Let's say you have a video. So every single day at 10 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night, you post a video. Alright? So you tell people, okay, so we have a next video talking about how to do this, blah, 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 tomorrow at 8. So you continue it every single day. Even the picture post, you can do it exactly the same time. So people roughly know what is it about. So why you do that? Pay attention on how television does it. You follow a series. The series happen at the exact same time every day, right? So this also the same thing. You create a psychology into your audience mind that they have to follow you, or they know that, oh, tomorrow if you have value, I will know what time I want to watch it. Yeah. And then another way of be consistent, as in like you have post, you want to post, you post it every single day. Not necessarily video, because you cannot produce video every day, right? But you can have different type of content every day. You need to have that so people will know that you are active. You have different things to share with them. And when you post, your attention is on the audience or on you? Audience. Yeah, correct. So whatever video you do, you include the audience. You talk about, okay, so you can do this, blah, blah, blah. You don't say, okay, this product is what, and I use this, and blah, blah, blah. You don't use a lot of I, you use more you in terms of that. And then whatever video content or normal picture content you post it, is always how you think you as an audience, you want to look at it. So don't focus on keep selling the product. What, this one just 799/399 like that, buy it. No one's going to buy nowadays. People are smart already. Yeah? So you have to think a little bit on it. But this is the tips for you. If you think content is so hard, this is how you can do it. You can take a picture. So for 31 days, you have different types of content you can actually put on it. Yeah? So you can talk about the first day. You want to talk promotion? You go and talk. Fine. Okay? Second day, you want to ask audience about question. Put a quiz. So you have different type of content to engage. Oh, sorry. Wait. Back. Yeah. So you can ask them like a normal live post also you can have. You have infographic. Yeah, you have all this. So different ideas for your different day of content. Okay? Got it? Can I change? Alright, okay, cool. So how you want to do nice pictures? Do you guys know this? Canva? Yes, got Okay, good. So those that don't know, just take note of this one. It is a free platform where you can create nice infographic, nice pictures. Once you have your video, you cut out the picture, you want to have nice font of words, you use this. Yeah? So it's simple, it is free, but if you want to use something that is more quality, high quality, then you need to pay lah. Yeah? But if not, generally it is free on this one. Cool? Okay. So I wanted to know more. There are a lot of things that we talk about, actually. So there are a lot of facts, a lot of tips, how I can teach you to create content without showing your face. You can still get attention. Now, a lot of that, and this is what we do, because we create content around countries. And right now, we've noticed that there is a gap in the industry. The people, a lot of them don't know how to do it. Yeah, so our company have like, if you continue seeing there's a top there, it's like a Creators Academy Asia. So we started that last year in Taiwan, in Indonesia, and we're coming back to Malaysia on this one. Yeah, so we train people to be creators. You say, oh, I don't want to be influencers. It's not necessary to be influencers. So we train like corporate like Sansuria, we train like CNAR as well on how their company can even use content, how to do it. Yeah, so this is our thing that we were going to work with Salman or something on the courses in future. So these are some of the topics that we teach for corporate, like how to create a viral content, then how to analyze it, how you're going to manage your social media in terms of that. Yeah, more in-depth details. Today what you guys are learning about is like a good concept for you guys to do. But in terms of detail hands-on, we have something related on that. Okay, online advertising. So corporate, for creators, if you want to create content yourself, okay, where you are a one-person company, you want to create content, you want to sell products, at the same time you want to sell that content, you can do as a creator. On YouTube itself, you know you can already earn advertising fee, right? I just tell you like all the influencers, they are doing something related on that. But if you don't want to show face, fine. You know those that they do movie review? They can also make money. Yeah. So this is what we're going to teach for creators part. So for creators, if you want to do, it's simple. This is all extra part-time money. Yeah? You just at home, got nothing to do, not nothing lah. You want to do something to create more income, yeah. So this is what. So we will teach about something like that, simple production, where you can just use a phone, or like just a simple software, how you can actually edit, you know, those interesting, whatever you see, you can do it on your own. Simple steps, yeah? This is what we're going to talk about. And if you guys are interested, let us know how you're interested. Is it in corporate or is it in your normal creators? You can scan this, then go into the link and leave down your information details. We will send you a free ebook for this one, social media hacks for that. And then in future, we have any related courses, then we will actually update you guys as well. All right? Okay? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Okay, big round of applause to
Hi. Hi, my name is Adlina Nadirah. I am the founder of Vanity Cosmetics. So anyone knows what is Vanity? Who knows? Who follows us on Instagram? Can you put your hands up? All the girls. Okay. I know some of the familiar faces here. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what is Vanity. There's a brief of my company. So Vanity is an independent makeup brand based in Malaysia. Our products are also made in Malaysia, proudly made in Malaysia, so how cool is that? And we have been in the market for 3 years. We actually turned 3 years yesterday. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. It has been a lot of ups and downs, you know, amazing journeys together with me, my family, and my team. For now, we have already 18 shades of liquid lipsticks. We sell liquid lipsticks, and we have cheek products as well. So as for cheek products, we have 3 shades, and we are coming out with new products this year. So please wish us luck. Okay, and okay, Vanity started 3 years ago when all this social media thing is about to, you know, grow and boost. I actually started selling the products online just via our official website. We didn't have any pop-up counters in shopping malls or any shops at all last time. So after a few months, as we grow online, just solely based on Instagram, because our demographic is mainly on people on Instagram and also Twitter. Well, they actually go on YouTube as well, but a little amount on Facebook. Alright, so we have been very active on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as for now. And up until now, we have gone into retail shops. After 2 years past, we are now on Fashion Valley. We're on Zalora. And the most interesting part is our first pop-up counter was officially launched a few months after the brand launch itself, which is in Singapore. So that's where our first pop-up counter located in Tangs Vivo City, Singapore. Alright, so yeah, now we have, I think, how many shops? We are stocked up in, I think, almost 10 shops all over Malaysia and Singapore. We are also working on expanding to Indonesia as well. So yeah. So today I'm going to share with you guys about content management. How do I promote my products and my brand? I gain customers' loyalty, create brand personality through social media, and mainly it's for Instagram and also Twitter. All right. Okay. So what is, am I blocking? Sorry. So what is content management? It's actually a set of data or information specifically referred as digital content to be accessed by viewers. You know, it can be in a form of like videos, posters, or even images. So what is the process of creating all of these materials to be posted on your social media platforms? Is first is you design and create. So what does it take when you design and create is where this is the step where you collect information. Say for example, if you want to post a poster, so you have to know what kind of poster that you want to highlight about? Is it a discount? Is it about an event? Yeah, so for example, if we were talking about a sale poster, what are the information that needs to be in the poster? Are you highlighting about 30% off? What are the products that going to be in discounted price in the poster? That's the thing that you need to highlight in the poster in order for your viewers to know about it. And after you, of course, after you design and create, you need to publish it. Where do you publish it? Is via your social media platforms and also website. I'm gonna share with you guys about website as well, not only social media. Yeah. All right. So when you publish, you need to make sure that your posts engage with your audience, your followers, and your viewers as well. All right. Okay. So some of you guys might, some of you guys are, I'm sure you are selling products or even services, and those two, I think, the trend or the mechanics are almost the same because we are sharing things. All right. The first is where do you promote or sell your products online? So the first, for me, at least for my brand, that works is website. Because that is a platform where people buy and sell on that platform. And the second platform will be social media, where we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. These four are the main platforms I would say that works for my brand. Alright, so these are some examples of my Instagram account that I have been operating for 3 years. On the left side is our Instagram page. You guys may follow if you want to know more. And the right side is Facebook. So we have Instagram, we have about 38,000 followers. We have 2,700 posts. And we are quite active on our Insta story highlights because that's where our viewers want to see, on previous posts. And the right side is Facebook, where we have over 1,000 people who follows us, and we actually connect our Facebook shop to our Instagram. Alright, so now I actually make use of Twitter. Do you know that not many companies actually use Twitter as their, a platform to engage with the audience, which I think is a big, loss because Twitter is a place for you to spread news easily. Don't you think so? Right? Because it's only with one click, people can just retweet and their followers will immediately see your post, even though they are not following you, right? So yeah, I personally think that Twitter has a great platform for you to spread news and brand awareness as well. So we have 1,700 over followers on Twitter. We are actually very active on Twitter as well. We post every single day on all social media platforms because why not? It's free, right? Yeah. So this is what we print. Okay, and the right side is our YouTube. We are slowly going into YouTube now. We have 299 subscribers. I didn't screenshot. We have like our previous videos that reach up to 7,000 views. Yeah. Alright. So now what does it take to create good content? Do you agree with me? Alright, so the first is creativity. That's one thing that everyone has to have. So second is review of standards. So what kind of video or what kind of standard do you want to set for your brand? Is it for medium to low income consumers? Is it for medium to high income consumers? So you need to know those two categories. They have a different content that you want to see or watch, right? And the last one is consistency. Like just now, the girls, she said, it must be consistent because it can't be, oh, today I decided not to post because, malas. No, you can't, because this is where you want to create and connect with your consumers and convert it into sales, right? So if I were to be a consumer or a customer, if let's say I stumble upon a page and suddenly I see that the last post was 7 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago, would you be interested to DM or to contact the brand? All right. So yeah, it has to be consistent. Like for me, my KPI standard every single day is 3 posts a day on all social media platforms. All right. So can you see we have sort of like a style of posting. So you can see one row, we have products, and we have a poster, and we have a selfie. A selfie means, actually it's a customer feedback. It can be in customer's feedback, so yeah. So you can see that we have in a zigzag motion, so people can see a day, what is the content all about. Same as the next one as well. So we have videos, we have pictures, and we have clear product pictures as well to advertise on what we sell. Because you know how social media is running 24/7? You might have like new followers coming every seconds or every minutes, and you have to know all these new followers are probably the first timer. You know, they encounter into your brand and they want to know, hey, what is this selling? What is this brand selling? So you need to catch their attention, right? All right. So these two are two brand examples that I really look up to. You know, I personally think they have a good content, a very good content. Their pictures are very nice. I mean, I don't mind spending hours probably at night before sleeping, scrolling over their Instagram and watch their website, and probably window shopping. Okay. All right. So now we talk about ingredients of good content for social media. Alright, the first one, you must have customers' feedbacks. Don't you think so? Because as for me, if I want to buy a product for the first time, I would definitely find out the customer reviews and feedbacks. Second is the clear product and images. It can be in a form of photos or videos. Like just now, you can see how the products can be shown in terms of tutorials, or you know how that product actually changed their customers' lives in terms of comedy, funny video. Alright, and your unique selling points. For example, as for me, as for my brand, if you're selling cosmetics, for example, who's selling cosmetics here? Is there anyone else? Oh, okay. So yeah, unique selling points, what I mean is whether your products are long-lasting, whether your products are waterproof. How do you show that online without seeing your customers face to face, right? So that needs videos. Yeah, so these are the examples that we post on our social media that gain quite attention. The first one is feedbacks from our customers that we screenshotted. I mean, I know there's a lot of like questions asking me like, how do you screenshot a review or a feedback in a nice way? You can always design it like this, and it can 100% looks nice and attractive. And then second is our product pictures and how it looks like on 10 skin tone. Because as for us, for me, cosmetics is very important. It's very detailed, I would say, because customers would want to know how do this color looks like on light skin tone or on medium or medium 10 skin tone. So this is how we show that. Right, so this is why I said Twitter is a good platform. Because this is what we did on Twitter. This one post, we were featured in one of famous YouTubers in United States. So we just screenshotted it and we posted it on Twitter, and we got like a few hundred retweets and likes as well. Yeah. And another one is videos. We did like swatches videos on how certain colors look like on that girl, and that video actually gets 800 views. Yeah. All right. So this I think falls into influencer marketing. So this just so happened that we actually spent on this influencer. She's a beauty YouTuber, very famous in the US. So you can see that she has 5.6 million subscribers. So we were actually featured. I think we are like the first Malaysian brand that she ever tried. So yeah. There's like 740,000 views on the video itself. And we instantly got inquiries from the US and United States. United States and also United Arab Emirates. Yeah. Alright, so yeah. When is the best time? Because I told you guys that I posted 3 times a day in all platforms. So I personally think that each platform has different timing that is the best. Like for example, Twitter is where people read. So it is best work for at night, before sleeping. So this one is mainly for Instagram. Lunch hour, of course, because while waiting for food, why not, right? You're always on the phone. Second is after working hours in traffic jam, or just got home. And third is before bedtime. So that's when people are busy scrolling on their phone. Alright, so now, okay, are we clear on social media? Because we're going to website now. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to cover is website. Because people always talk about social media, but I also learned that website is also very important, because that's when the sales conversion takes place, right? So you might want to really catch your customer's audience and convert into sales. So the first one is accurate product and service information. If you are selling products, you put the right product information, or if you are selling service, you let people know what service are you selling. Is it like is it Grab, or is it Airbnb or something? So the first one that you always have to have in your website, your bestsellers, because that's like the first question that people always ask us: what's your bestsellers? Second, delivery information and payment information, because when people go into your website, bila boleh post or when can I get the tracking number? So that's always a question, right? Yeah. So fourth is FAQs. So FAQs can be covered in a lot of things. What is your products made from? Where is your products made from? That kind of questions. Terms and conditions when you shop on the website, it is very important. And feedbacks and also product reviews. Always include feedbacks and product reviews, because you might not know that some of your customers or audience come from Google search, not from social media, right? Yeah. Right, so this is one of the examples that I include on my website. Correct pricing, how much does it cost per products, and the name of each product. Okay, when you click on the product itself, it will go onto this product details page. We have a really detailed information about the products, how many milliliter, how many OZ, whether it's non-drying, whether it's easy to remove, that people actually can just read it right away and click add to cart and proceed to payment. Alright, so this is what I told you guys about payment method and standard delivery. So it's like, straightforward. But trust me, if you still have this on website, there will be customers who actually will PM you or WhatsApp you or email you regarding the same thing. So, but it's okay. It's always the best to have this published on your website. Because, alright. Okay. So, for example, this one, right? Because some customers, because social media is borderless and website is borderless. People from, I don't know, other countries would stumble upon your page and ask you whether you deliver to their country. So that's very important. What does it take to create a good website content? So it's quite almost similar to social media, I would say. You can have your, you can actually include videos as well, not only photos. So creative and attractive images that can include campaign photos and product photos. I would say when you launch a product, it is very important to have campaign photos, just to highlight and to let people know, people are aware of your launch, right? This is one of the examples. For example, if we have like a sale or discounts going on, this is what we are going to include. First thing that will pop up on the page when people click it. This is one example that I said just now, One Last & Co. You know that they are selling jewelry right away, right? Right away, yeah. Because their product is clear. The product images is clear. Okay, yeah. Okay, you can try search on their website. It's called www.wanderlustandco.com. Yeah, they have a very good content. All right, another point is to have workable and clickable links, because it's like a shop. It's like a physical shop. You want people to have like, oh my god, I need this, I need that, and I need those. I need everything, right? So this is what we came out. It's not only about product reviews. It's more of like a lot of tabs that you can click, and it's like endless. And people get like, at the end of the day, people buy all. Yeah, that's what you want at the end of the day, right? So yeah. We have our tabs that includes one of our products. What are the products that are back in stock, best sellers, and spanking new? And this one. So not only the campaign photos on right top of your website. When you scroll down, you'll see all these clickable images. So people can like, oh, they have like a favorite gems. What are they? So they can just click and see more products. What are you selling? Alright, so I would say quality is very important. Quality content, it's not about the quantity. I know I can post 5 times a day if I want, but what is it 5 times a day if the content is not quality enough or not attractive enough for your viewers to, you know, see or watch and convert it into sales. And cool. I hope you guys kind of understand what I talk about just now. So yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Hi, can you hear me from the back? Okay, so I'm like the only guy speaker here. Okay, so I noticed what Chia and Adlina talked a lot about, you know, their tactics and all that, which is good because I totally prepared for something else. So some people ask me when they see my title out there as a marketing strategist, what do you do? So, but before I ask the question, maybe I can ask you guys a question first. How many here own your own business? Like e-commerce is like you're running on your own. Oh really? The rest are sent by your bosses? Okay, who's here in charge of marketing? Okay, I don't know whether we get the rest of the people, so... Okay, so the stuff I'm going to share is slightly higher end on the strategy, which is that, okay, like for example, if let's say there's a cafe that comes to us and say, hey, we want to increase our sales. A normal social media marketing person will say, hey, you do Facebook ads, you do videos, you do all that, which is fine, nothing wrong with it. But for you to totally be better than the next person, so a strategist like me will come in and say, hey, can I look at your monthly sales orders and I see how many people are doing takeaways or having dining in. So if I notice that 80% of people are doing takeaways, I say, hey, you know the sleeve that goes around the cup? Do you know that you can actually sell advertising space on that? So that's one. Or maybe I noticed that, hey, actually you ground your own beans and you have a grinder somewhere. So why not you start packaging it and start supplying it to other people, other cafes? Because if you want to compete based on how many cups of coffee you sell, it's going to be hard. There's roughly 15,000 F&B outlets in Malaysia, in Klang Valley itself. And here's the funny thing, every year 600 and 800 new vendors will come in, and at the end of the year, there's still 15,000 outlets. So what does that tell you? 600 to 800 people will die. So that's how it works. We already hit the market cap actually. So for you to basically grow your business, yes, e-commerce is great, but your margin is going to get smaller and smaller because I believe some of you who are doing Facebook ads, your ads are getting more and more expensive, right? If you notice since June last year, it's not just an algorithm change, it's people are throwing money into Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg is being happy. So for you to compete, you need to start looking at new revenue streams. That's where people like me come in. So, but that's not the topic we're going to talk about. But if you are struggling with your marketing strategy overall and you want to look for new revenue models, that's where people like me come in. We are more a management consultant slash marketing consultant. Okay, so instead of, sorry, oh you can't, oh you can. So instead of talking about content management, sorry Salma, I decided to just change whatever I want to talk. I decided, because I'm a marketing person, I decided to go into content marketing. So how do you create content that when people see, people want to buy? That's one thing. And the second part is that why we call it stumble upon, and I like Adlina mentioned stumble upon a couple of times, is because a couple of years ago, if let's say you're watching Korean soap or drama, I don't know, Winter Sonata, I think, because I haven't watched anything K-pop for a long time. Say you're watching Winter Sonata and then your mom would go, wow, you know, Jeju Island is so beautiful, I want to go to Jeju Island. So what happens would be you go, traditionally, 8 to 10 years ago, you will go to a tour agent or you will go to, maybe Google, you know, cheap flights to Korea, or you may go to Matafan. And then, but nowadays, you are just sitting on a beanbag, you are just scrolling through Facebook, and then you saw this article, 7 things you must do in Jeju Island before you die. Wow, better go check it out. Click. Go through, oh shit, I have to do this. And then after point number 6, conveniently, there's an ad by Air Asia that says flights to Jeju Island non-stop for 99 ringgit only. So 15 minutes later, you, your parents and your dog or cat are actually on the way to Jeju Island. Okay, you see the difference between the two scenarios? In the first scenario, your mom actually wanted to go to Korea. So, you know, there's an intention there. But in the second scenario, 15 minutes before you got your e-ticket, you never even thought of going to Korea. So many times for e-commerce players, right, you cannot just sell to people who want to buy. You have to sell to people who never even thought of you. So that's where discovery platforms are useful. So just now, I think Chia talks a bit about video. So video, if you post it on YouTube, who owns YouTube? It's not Najib, it's Google. Okay, Google owns, so Google and YouTube are very intentional in their searches. Like you go to Google, you search how to bake a cake, for example, or how to catch my cheating husband, for example. You will do the same thing with YouTube as well. But on Facebook, your videos have to be shorter, you know why? No one uses the search function. They only search for their friends only. They don't search for, you know, latest movie trailers or whatnot. They'll go to YouTube to do that. So on discovery platforms like Instagram, like Twitter, LinkedIn to a certain degree, and Facebook, you basically need to create content that people can stumble upon. So how stumble upon marketing works is this. It's a term that I come up with, so if you want to copyright, you can go ahead first. Luckily, this is not mine, it's actually by Chat Holmes. You can download the slides for today over here. Depending on how the Q&A is, I may give you some additional content as well. So, you see is there a laser to this? Oh, there is. Okay. You see the 3% over here? So when people, who here heard about SEO, search engine optimization? So people say that, oh, your product must be on the first page of Google, blah, blah, blah. Yes, correct. But the first page of the results are always for those people who are in the 3%. So let me ask you a simple question. I think there's easily 100 people over here. If I were to ask a question like, okay, who here wants to buy a property in Cyberjaya? Put out your hand. Yes, finally, because usually nobody put out their hand. Okay, but according to Chat Holmes, the person who came up with this theory, in a room like this, usually if you ask a question like that, about 3% of the hands will come up. 3% up. So you will find 2 more friends somewhere who secretly want to buy a home in Cyberjaya. Because the 3% is here. They are committed. Maybe she already thought about it. But the thing is that if I were to change the question, so the content changes. If I change it to Okay, who here wants to learn how you can save on your income taxes by investing a property in Cyberjaya? Put out your hand. Okay, so now there are more hands that come up because you are now into this and here. So how the difference here works is that all of you who are competing, who are throwing prizes, you are essentially fighting over here. You are only going to the person who already want to buy. If you ask me, that's pointless. A marketer cannot survive here. This is a salesman's job. Basically, you just go to the person, hey, do you want to buy a car or not? Hey, do you want to buy a house or not? If you want to buy, okay, they'll go to the next one. So it's a very 3% thing. And what happens to the other 97%? So the next 7%, which we call the enthusiastic group, they are the ones who, they may thought about Cyberjaya, they may thought about buying a property, but they are not sure. But I don't mind if you basically give me a content title that says that, hey, it's beneficial for me, okay I will try lah. So for example, I never try goat's milk baby powder before, but I have a baby. Say for example, I have a baby who may or may not be mine. Say I have a baby, and then let's say the content will be like, why 99% of mothers in New York trust only goat's milk. So there's a very high chance for me to go and click and go and check it out, because that will be either the 7 or the next 30%. 30% is where most Malaysians are. We are the Chin-Chai people. Whatever lah, you show me lah, tak apa lah. So that's 30%. They are still very open. They just don't think about buying the house, but okay lah, if you got something to show to show me, if it's free, I'll have a look at it lah. So that's the unimpressed, which is still good. The next one are people who think they are not interested in your product. So when you ask them, hey, how come you don't want to buy a house in Cyberjaya? Oh, my uncle lost a lot of money there, or my friend. Always it's their friend or their grandmother or someone, but it's never themselves. So they heard about it. So here there's a lot of, they're not really skeptical, they are just misinformed. So if your content is around myth busting, okay, so like 7 reasons people always get wrong about buying properties in Cyberjaya, then the people will go and click because they're trying to prove you wrong. But in the process, actually, oh shit, I'm actually being proven wrong. Now actually Cyberjaya is not a bad place. So the last part is a skeptical. They are the people who know they are not interested in your product or your services. So basically, these people have personally lost money or have a bad experience before. So for marketers to thrive, we usually look at the market and we see whether this 67% is big enough or not. We don't even look at the top 3 because everyone is fighting. Everyone is fighting over there. As a matter of fact, any digital marketing agencies here? Oh, they're not put up their hand. Okay, so right now, you know who's in the 3%? Digital marketing agencies. They are so cheap, they are throwing prices right now. Even as a marketing consultant, I outsource to them. You know why? Because if they cannot do the job, there's 9 other people that can do it cheaper. And that's just in Malaysia, not just in Pakistan or India yet. Okay, so this is an area that we generally do not play in. And I would advise, if you are struggling for the last 6 to 9 months, you're putting a lot of money into ads, I have been playing in this particular area, which is, you can continue playing, but at one point, it's just who has the bigger media buy, and then you die already. Yeah. So the other one that we don't play in is a skeptical, just because we are lazy. It takes a long time to convince someone from the 30%. So whatever content that you create, it must come up in these 3 particular areas. It could be, if it's a product review, so let's say someone who has never used Adlina's product before, so she do a myth busting. Why, like for example, just now she mentioned that Tati, who is the influencer, frankly I don't know who she is. If I know, it would be scary. So Tati, she said that Tati, this is the first Malaysian product that is being reviewed by an international celebrity, right? Yeah, so if she put a title like this and say, why this is the only Malaysian product accepted by Tati, which blah blah blah, how many subscribers and all that, that would basically target these 3 markets over here, especially this one. Because they here would think, hey, Malaysian product maybe not that good lah. But when they see the title, they will be like, shit, if a US influencer can accept the product, I think it should be good. So those who never considered her product before, will, because of that, they would actually consider lah. So like how this, why people from UAE, right? So why people from UAE are buying this product more than Malaysians and paying top dollars. lucky more people will go and check it out because of FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah. So that's another way as well. So that's how you play around with the demand generation pyramid, because, like for example, here's the 3%, here's the 97%. A couple of mindset shift that you need. First, you cannot keep on target those people who want to buy your product, because always remember there's only 3 in a room of 100, and everybody else is chasing for the 3. When everyone is chasing for something, sure someone will start throwing prices. It will never end. And don't forget, the person with the most money will always, just remember a court case. Usually the one with the money can drag the case, the person with the most money can drag the case and will usually win. It's because of time. Yeah. So instead of thinking about intention, start thinking about anticipation. For those people, before they buy your product, what's the first or second step that they will arrive, that they will think before buying your product? Like for example, just on the AirAsia example, so going to Jeju Island, just come up with a list. 7 places you need to go before you die. Simple like that. So if I am basically doing content marketing for AirAsia, I can just recycle the content repeatedly. My 7 places you need to see in Bali before you die, in Lombok. Okay, Lombok, a lot of people just like, let's not talk about it. You know, in Krabi or Philippines, anywhere. Just repeat, because those titles you will click. Because you get boy, before I die, I must go and see these 7 places, man. I must go and click. So that is copywriting as well. So anticipation. Instead of thinking short term, like doing discounts, 1111. No one for Lazada here, right? Yeah. If for the e-commerce players here, if you want to compete with Lazada, you can play on Lazada. That's good. But you want to compete with Lazada on 1111, November 11, their ad budget is close to 16 million a day. There's no, some of you have never even seen 60 million in your entire life. I never had. So if you think of taking on platforms like that, think again. I would rather play on the platform now. And they haven't even included other stuff yet. So if anyone from Lazada, I don't know where I get information from, it was in my spam mail. Okay, so you need to think, instead of short term, you need to start thinking long term. So like for example, before, is there a clock here? So I know. Okay, if you're running out of time, you just shut off the mic, then I know. So there's this photographer that I thought was very smart. Photography also is an area where there's a lot of competition. Thanks to college kids that always do for free one. I think you got a stupid SRF phone, you can like do something. So what this photographer do is very smart. He start mapping out the customer journey. So he realized that before a wedding, usually the guy must do what? Propose, right? Or knock up the girl, whichever is. Okay, not knock up the girl, in this case we are all good Malaysians, propose. So what he would do is that he will go to all the engagement ring sellers, and usually for engagement you need like flower and all that. So he go to all these vendors and he say, hey, I can do an engagement photo shoot for your customer. It's worth 3,000 ringgit. This voucher is free. So anytime when someone comes, just give them this card, and then the guy just need to tell me where he's doing the engagement, and my photographers will be there. And sure enough, when they do that, when he's there, then they see the work, they are so happy, and then the spouse or the fiancé is like, wow, the flower, the picture is so nice. Let's just get this guy for the wedding. Once you get the wedding, the firstborn child of their own, second, family, everything happens after that. You see how they map out, how he map out a customer journey. So he basically see that before a person decides to engage a wedding photographer, what are the things they will do first? So you need to start thinking long term. So if you want to throw free products, also you have to throw strategically, not throw free wedding photography, because after that nothing really. You have to throw something before that. So that's one. Instead of thinking transaction, this is the issue with a lot of Malaysia commerce sellers. You need to start educating your customers. You need to start telling them, okay, why your product is so awesome, not to sell, but how to use it. So just like Adlina mentioned, FAQ is one area that if you have a Google Analytics or any heat map, you realize that FAQ is one of the places that people always go, read 10 times, and still PM you for another question somehow. See? So it's like they never trust a piece of thing over there. That's why chatbot marketing is slow. If you can go into chatbot marketing, but for simple products, but for something that's higher end, eventually someone will need to WhatsApp you and need to buy them. So that's one. Instead of making it exclusive, you need to find ways to make your product more inclusive. Find a marketing strategy that you do events like this. You do events like this where people come and test drive the product, or you talk about get your product engineer to talk about your particular product, for example. And the last part is that instead of thinking of tactical sales, which is good, start thinking about strategic marketing. So look at Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a company that, when was the last time that you go to Tesco or Giant or Village Grocer and you see a girl in short skirt trying to sell you Coca-Cola? Never. Other players will do that, but they won't. Because they spend so much time in marketing, they don't even have a salesperson in their org structure. They only have a key account executive where every month they will just call Tesco, hey, your stock running low, yeah, can I just send another shipment for 3 months to you? So that's basically their game. They do such a good job at marketing. People, whenever you are thirsty, like after this talk, I will be thirsty. I will, instead of taking my mother's advice of drinking water, I will crave for Coke. Coca-Cola, not cocaine. So yes. So instead of thinking of tactical sales, you need to start thinking of marketing, which is more large. Any questions so far? Okay, cool. No one is sleeping, so that's awesome. Okay, so for content marketing strategies to be effective, right, you need to have these 3 things. First, it needs to be attractive. Because the average span of a goldfish as attention is 8 seconds. Just a research that was done late of last year, the average human attention span is 3.5 seconds. We have successfully beat the goldfish at attention already. So yes, I don't know what else we will beat this year. So it has to be attractive because we are being bombarded with ads all the time. And for the second strategy, it has to be engaging, which is once you attract already, there must be a story. Is there a narrative to it? Why should I continue reading about your brochure or your product? And the last part, it must be effective, which means that once this sales copy go out or your product description go out, people must click buy now, or I want to buy. So let's see, for example, what happens when you go off balance. If you are not effective, which is somehow people go to your site just to check pricing only, and then they don't do the sale, which means that you are good at attracting, you are good at engaging them, but you're not good at closing them. That makes you a storyteller, which is you're just good at storytelling only. That's it. Nothing wrong with it, but eventually your profit will run down, and there's technically no profit. So what happens if you don't have the engagement, which means that you are only attractive and you are effective. You are good at calling people to come and you're good at closing the sale, but you're actually quite bad at engaging them. So people just say that, oh, you're just a hardcore salesperson only. So remember the pyramid, the 3%, you are only attracting the 3%. So that's not going to work as well because there's a very small market. Then what if you are not attractive, but you are engaging and you are effective? You are what we call an undiscovered gem, which means your product is actually excellent, but your marketing sucks. So which is not attractive to the right audience. So for you to have balance, you need to have all these 3, and that's how you stumble upon marketing. You can download the slides, right? You don't have to take photo all the time. The biggest waste right now is actually data space, not rubbish and all that. Next is actually textile. Okay, so let's just go deeper. If let's say we are talking about attractive, some strategies for you that you need to employ is copywriting. As a matter of fact, if you can get there are many skills a marketer can have, but copywriting is one that can give you the best quantum. When I mean quantum, means that you hire one good copywriter, your potential is almost limitless. So there's this guy in the States, Simon Black, who owns a nutrition company. He's an ex-copywriter. His company is worth 400 million. Do you know how many staff he has? 8. His quantum per staff is close to 50 million. And this is actually a physical product that they will ship out and all that, but only 8 people in the company that is worth 400 million. That's crazy because they are all copywriters. Their job is to sit down and think of a target market and then start writing, which is the second one, the customer avatar. It's not in the slide, so if you go to that link and you enter your name and email, I will send you the PDF for a customer avatar. So from the customer avatar, then you will know that, okay, if you are selling to a single mom with 3 kids, what will your message be? So a customer avatar would be, let's take insurance, because insurance is something that's easy, that all of us understand. So let's say if you're trying to sell insurance to a 24-year-old, just finished university, first job, and then you go to them, hey young man, time to buy insurance lah. Okay, some of you look like you're 24, but there's a very high chance at 24, the last thing you think about is buying life insurance, because you'll be like, heck, I'm gonna live forever. Fuck lah, I don't need insurance one. Yeah, so yes, it makes sense because at that time, YOLO mah. But the truth is that as a good insurance person, if I know the customer avatar, I would say, hey, you know, your parents actually put in a lot to like, pay for your education, for uni and all that. Don't you think it's time that now you got your first paycheck for you to buy something for your parents? So, why not buy insurance policy? Because then it shows that you love them and then you don't have to feel guilty anymore because you're taking care of them. So fast forward to the person being 30 years old, want to get married already, maybe get the photographer, want to already propose, all done. So as an insurance agent, I would go to him and say, hey, things shit can happen. Why not give your wife, your soon-to-be wife, a peace of mind? So if anything happens, this is like commitment. A ring, all this wedding thing is one thing, but insurance policy is for life. That's why they call it life policy. And then at 35, I would say, hey, you got 2 kids already, but sometimes you're also fearful, right? Because sometimes you cross the road, shit can happen when bus come, you die already, and your kids are there, they're already suffering because they lost the father. But do you think you want them to suffer because no money or not? So why not sign this policy right now, ensure that everything is taken care of, especially your family? So you see the product is the same. It's just an insurance product. Of course, there will be variations, but the product is the same. But how I sell to all these 3 people are different. It's because I understand their customer avatar. I know what is the need and what's the emotion that I can manipulate. Okay, I hate to use the word, but marketers are essentially the greatest manipulators in the world. Look at politicians. Okay, let's say motivation instead of manipulation. Like for example, who here has recently booked on Agoda or Booking.com? Like you book a room, even Airbnb does this already. So usually when you go to the site, they will say 97 people are viewing this property right now, and 3 person just bought it in the last 5 minutes. And then you're like, wow, grabba already lah. You go and buy, right? But they are playing into your fear. Okay, that's not Agoda calling. Okay, so they are playing into the fear. So sometimes people ask, are those things? Do you question yourself whether those things are real? Yeah, are they real? The truth is you never know. Because I will tell you as a marketing consultant, we have a tech team that can engineer that. Even if you have 0 sale, I can make in a way that I can fake the sale because I can create fake demand. But even so, I also fall for that trap. Because I cannot take the risk. What if I don't buy the air ticket now? This really the price increase, then my family will kill me for 20 ringgit, right? That's how much my life is worth right now, only 20 ringgit. So yeah, so because of that fear, that manipulation, people play. So those of you who are in e-commerce, right, start playing with the limited edition only 5 left only this weekend sale only Then after that you hide the product for 2 weeks and you bring it up again. Remember, our attention span is 3.5 seconds. After a while they forget already. Yeah, so that's the thing. Then you can say, new restock or whatever find excuses. So that's, and then you need to know how to target the customers well. So some clients, they are very ambitious. They say, our product is so awesome, you can target the whole world. Sure, if you have all the money in the world, maybe. Okay, who here has an iPhone, uses an iPhone? Okay, I'm not going to steal your phone, please. Okay, orang kaya, right? Okay, so is Apple a great brand? Is Apple good at marketing? How come only let's say 30% of people in this room is using an Apple product? If Apple is such a great brand, shouldn't 100% of them should be using Apple products? So even Apple can't even sell to the whole world. You think your product can sell to the whole world? So so targeting comes into handy. If you have a lot of money and you think you can target the whole world, just give me the money. I will target in the areas that will make you more money than the amount that you give me. So always be very careful with your targeting. So that's how you make it attractive, because your message is relevant. Always remember the insurance policy example. So for you to be engaging, you need to value add all the time. So for example, if you're selling for first-time mothers is also quite grabba actually. It's like they will buy 24 different kinds of milk powder and put the baby through like a guinea pig experiment, and usually the mothers will say, oh, I love all my kids equally, but the second child actually one type of milk powder only. The first one got 24. So the first child fall down a bit, scratch a bit, wow, go to ICU already. The second one break, hey, I think my hand dangling, oh, it's okay, you can fix back one, so it's fine. So that's so you need to understand from 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 the mom's point of view, if you're selling baby product, right? What are they concerned of? Is it vegan? Is there like chemicals inside, GMO, blah blah blah? And you need to be able to story tell. So just now, like what Adlina mentioned about reviews of customers saying, "Well, I use this makeup already. Now my skin look like when I'm a 12-year-old kid or something." Those are stories, and the best is when you ask your customers, you crowdsource the content. You ask them, "Hey, after using the product, what's the top three? Top one thing." Just don't ask for three things anymore. People's attention span is just crazy. Just ask for one thing. Okay, what's one thing that you get most of it? Maybe incentivize them if you can, and then collect the stories and then make it into an article. So, and just now, Chia mentioned correctly as well. It has to be multimedia. 8 years ago, it takes a customer to see a brand 7 times before they build trust. Today, it's close to 50. So if you ask me, okay, I'm not exactly young. I started designing ads in newspapers. So some of you may not even know what the heck a newspaper is anymore, or even fax marketing, right? So we used to do newspaper ads, so that's talking about 15, 18 years ago. So those days, if I think about it right now, those days are a lot easier to sell. Because the moment I put an ad in front of you, you have no Google to go and search, You straight away just, check it out. Hey, I think this is the cheapest already. Ask friend, yes, then just buy that. But now every time when you see a product, you will go and Google Lazada first, check pricing, and then end up retail is suffering so much because of this behavior. So you have to be multimedia, which means that you need to go on. I think podcast is going to be the big thing if you want to go into it. US, do you know Spotify? Who uses Spotify here? Do you know that Spotify has been bought over by Microsoft? Yeah, so a lot of people don't. It was very underground for 46 billion. The first 2 things that Spotify bought with the new money is one is Gimlet Media, which creates podcasts, and Encore, which is a podcasting platform. So a lot of times you want to spot trends, you see where the bulk of the money go to. If they are spending on those 2 platforms, you start to stand by upfront first, which is the videos that you have created, strip out the audio, and then make it into podcasts. If you want a good mic, Boya is a great brand. It's only like 50 ringgit on Lazada. Don't let the price trick you. It's one of the best mics out there, because a video which is poorly recorded but good audio, people will watch. But a video that has excellent HD or 4K or even Transformers Live IMAX, but can't even hear what the guy is saying, people will not watch. So always focus on audio first. So then you can strip it off to make it a podcast. And your videos sadly have to be shorter and shorter. So about 1.5 years ago, if you notice, last time there are movie trailers. Now there are movie bumpers. So movie bumpers are like when you click the trailer for, let's say, Avengers Endgame, for example. Then the first 6 seconds, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, Thanos come out, Iron Man come out, then boom, it's done. 6 seconds, because that's the attention span of human nowadays. So there's a bumper, which means what it means is that the movie industry get it. You need to start shortening your engagement period for videos. So your images have to flash actually a bit faster as well. Depending on what crowd you're going for, the younger crowd, yes. The older one cannot flash too much, sekali so kena stroke. Okay, so that's how you be engaging. And then the last part is that you need to make it effective. So your offer must be good. Pricing, like just now I saw Adlina did it correctly. So normal price is, oh, my time is out, is it? Okay. The normal price is 129, and then offer today is 120. So that is a good pricing. A way to add it is add only in front. So normal price 129, for today it's only 120. Make the 120 look smaller, psychologically speaking. But some e-commerce players, they just love to confuse the buyers. They think all their buyers are mathematical genius, but like today's price is 79. The normal price is 79. Today only get 56 ringgit off. Hey, fuck lah, who can count? You think it's so easy to count your... Okay, anytime... Okay, do you know that... Okay, if you've been to the lecture hall before, I wouldn't know because I'm a dropout. But if you've been in the lecture hall before, you know that when the lecturers start talking and you see it, and then suddenly you start to fishing, your brain literally shuts off. You know why? Because your brain is burning too much calorie trying to understand what the bugger is saying. Yeah. So the brain always switches off to preserve calories. So if you do that kind of pricing, wow, the customer have to take out a pen and paper and count, you fail already. So, okay, percentage also. Some people like to pay, oh, today only 50% off. Do you know that a lot of people don't know 50% is how much? Hey, you all can laugh because you're business owners, but a lot of people don't know what's 50%. Just tell them the price. Normal price, 20 ringgit. Today, 9.90. Simple. Some is like, oh, today only 12 ringgit discount. Wow. It's, you know, or buy 2, free 3, which is also very confusing. So unless you outline out what are the 3 things that you are, you know, if not just simple, normal price, today only how much? Simple. That's your offer. And then you need to understand that what's the next step. If your product is a lead loss, which is the first product, it's just to acquire the lead, which means you don't make that much, a cost mitigation strategy, then you need to know the next thing for them to buy. Because if you go to Amazon, they always say that, oh, if you're looking at this laptop, most people will buy this laptop with this sleeve as well. And then you also, oh, I want to be like most people, so I go and buy lah. So that's how, because they start anticipating, you see. And if you're not into the data game right now, you will also lose. The only reason why Netflix can beat Blockbuster and also HBO right now is because of data. They can actually look at the script before it's even, you know, who's going to be casted, Ben Affleck or whoever, and they can basically go to their database and check and who are the people that will be watching. They can predict that even before a movie is launched. So if you're not collecting data yet, you are so going to be far behind. So which means that the moment someone buy a lipstick, you might say, okay, to buy a lipstick, I think you need a lipstick remover. Yes. Okay, at least that part I got right. Okay, then you say most people who buy the lipstick actually get the lipstick remover. Why not you buy now, bundle, blah, blah, blah. So that's the next step. But what if they don't buy? A lot of people are just like to go to Lazada, add to cart, and then you don't clear. So that's where your retargeting comes in. So you go to Lazada, you see the vacuum cleaner by Dyson, and then you put it in your cart, and then you didn't check out. And then the vacuum cleaner start following you everywhere. Go Google, go YouTube. Open your Gmail, also see vacuum cleaner. So most people would think that, wow, I think Lazada, them rich man, they can advertise this vacuum cleaner like crazy. No, only to you. Everybody sees a different, what they have done is that they put a bubble around you. So you need to start retargeting people because the percentage of people who lands on your store and buy on the spot is only 3%. At most 7%. Because the rest is like, oh, I want to think now, consider. So if your store has a wish list, add a wish list first. Because wish list is before adding to cart. Just add first, maybe a monitor. Maybe after 7 days, you just throw them a discount or something. Because you need to retarget them on all social media if you can. If you don't know what's a Facebook pixel, start Googling it. That's the best weapon that you have for this year. And I think I ran out of slides. Is it? Oh. Is that the last one? Oh, cool. That's the last slide. So basically, that's a little summary. It's a bit on a higher level. So after this, you may need to, your drive back, you may think, you should drive safely, but you would think about this because this content strategy that you're mapping out for 2019 and 2020, you must have these 3 things to be effective. Don't play on the price war anymore. You can only play on the price war if you have an underlying business model. Which means that you are AirAsia. We talked about AirAsia a couple of times. AirAsia is not exactly an airline business because most of the money is not actually made selling air tickets because their margin is so small. Because they are in the time lag business. Do you know that, like the Jeju Island example, you are buying 9 months or 12 months in advance. You don't even know which hotel you want to stay in, but you pay Tony Fernandez the money first. And as a matter of fact, you will pay the airport tax first. You know the airport tax is only supposed to be paid when you check in, when you fly. So essentially what you have given Tony is that, hey, here's $500. You do whatever you want. As long as Christmas time, I got a flight. So you go and invest, whatever, they're actually in the investment game. So if Musk comes in before Idris Jalil's time and say, hey, okay, screw you lah, I also can do low price. You will never win. If Musk don't have an underlying business model which reinvests the cash flow, they will never win. Because Tony is in the cash game. So Coca-Cola, Tesco for example. Tesco, Chinese New Year, Raya is coming. They will always say, okay, buy Coca-Cola today. It's like super cheap. Because they have a credit from Coca-Cola for usually 60 to 180 days. So what their objective is that they want to clear off the stock and collect the money within the first 2 weeks or a month with the cash, because I don't have to pay Coca-Cola yet, I reinvest. They got 5 months to reinvest. As a matter of fact, if you go to Tesco today, they don't make that much money off the shelf. They make more money from the rental. If you notice 15 years ago when Tesco first came, they always like to latch on to a supermarket, a larger shopping mall. But nowadays they start owning their own building. It's because they are not even in the grocery business anymore. They are actually in the real estate business. So before you compete with another business today, and before you even think about this, start asking yourself, where are you competing them with? If you see someone throw price, you throw price, you will never, they can actually throw lower than the cost price. Yeah, because they got a lead loss strategy. You don't, you just want to clear stock. When people say clear stock, people want to ramp up their cash flow. When you clear stock, it could be essentially mean just clearing stock to put stuff. Okay, time's up. Okay, thank you so much. If you go over here, you can check out my LinkedIn profile as well. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone have any question? No. Okay, no.
Yeah, we go back now.
Okay, so just to wrap up for this today's session, before you go, so basically content is all about communication. Just for you to easy to understand, is a communication tools, method, how you want to communicate with your customer in the internet era, because there's no one to assist you there, so your content have to be great. Okay, so just to update you all. Okay. So next week I have one more class. It's a DM class. This next week we have 3 person. Sorry. So this is next week. Bombstart Media, Brand Hack, and also Manita Cosmetics. You can join DM class. Then I take a break 1 week because so tired. So then the week after that is the Chinese language, content also related. Our boss, SITEC Academy, and then Hermo will be here, and from Launchpad, 16 April. You can check out I suggest you all like our Facebook because everything will be updated there, free class and everything. So this month we have 4 classes. 23rd, one more, visual content strategy. This one I haven't revealed the speaker yet. And also the last one of the topic is CRM, email marketing and chatbot. Okay? So now I think, one more is our, I need to promote this also. So this is our collaboration, not collaboration, me and Carol Fung from MDAC. We are actually come up with this group. So if you are inside my group, you'll be in the Go e-commerce group as well. So what you need to do is download this, DingTalk. DingTalk is a communication tool as well for us. I don't want to put in WhatsApp. I have a WhatsApp group, but I want to move all them here. So when you receive this email, you know it's about e-commerce, it's work related. Inside here, I can share a video and you'll get free, I think 100 gig storage. So you can put everything inside here. Even you can use for your own company. Our company use this for clock in, clock out. Yeah. So there's some, it's all free. Just download this, and then you can type this or scan. You just join the group. But you need to take photo. No photo, don't put flower, put your own photo so that we know who you are. Okay? So, yeah. Now, let's stand up and we take photo outside.